Dun, 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 dun. Welcome to Kocosports Smackdown review with Rob. Rob, welcome to our
What's
Smackdown
up?
review. I forgot to say I'm Dave Coco from Kocosports.com. You know what? No matter how many times we do this, I mess it up. I'm Dave Coco from Kocosports.com. KOCOsports.com, where the world comes to kick ass, where you're home for combat sports, and where it's okay to be a passionate fan. I think we need more slogans. That's what we need. Dun,
Not to
dun,
be
dun,
mistaken, not to be mistaken for Coco Sports, which is COCOA, because that's actually a racist sports website about Negro wrestling.
dun.
They started
No
it after
way.
they saw the movie Django Unchained.
You're making that shit up. There's no way. Does
No,
that really
that's
exist?
a thing.
Oh, that is horrible. That is
Yeah.
horrible.
No, I made that up.
Oh, okay.
Vince McMahon's gonna buy that idea though.
Probably. Yeah, because which cool. We got sued one time because it was Coco Sports, and we had that domain name for a very long time. And which call it? Matter of fact, we could have got combatsports.com, and I totally regret it. I regret it. Like I had a time machine. It's like, what the fuck was I thinking? But no, there's a city in Oklahoma called Coco, Oklahoma, and one of the news stations took us to court, and then like we had to like I didn't show up, but I just like had a statement. I was like, no, it's my last name shortened, and it means combat in Brazilian and Greek dialect. And they're like, so it has nothing to do with the city of Oklahoma. No. And they're like, dismiss. So we got to keep our domain name. So look at that. I mean, we could beat the city of Coco in Oklahoma, but WWE can't beat a bunch of panda lovers.
WWE. I think they could have won that. They didn't want to. That's a lot of bad press.
Yeah. I know what. I know this is SmackDown, but it's so funny because like to this day, I don't mean to dun 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 dun. I should be champ. Look at all the charity I do. To this day, I donate to a lot of charities, and I also help a lot of charities. Dun 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 dun. Future WWE champ. But to this day, I do not give money to WWF, and I don't buy their products. Like, I don't know. It's kind of fucking weird. They might be a good organization. Don't even bother. They'd be like, we saved 8 million animals. Don't care. You fucking scumbags. So, yeah, nothing like holding a grudge. I probably hold a grudge longer against WWF than Vince McMahon did. Vince is like, oh, fucking screw it. I'm like, no way. Because, in
I don't
Japan,
know. I imagine every time Vince sees like a panda at the zoo, he just wants to punch it.
that's a possibility. But I remember,
Or
like,
have John Cena punch it.
there's, like, WWF, like, coin things. I live in Japan, and they call it gacha gacha. It's basically just, put 100 yen in, turn the fucking wheel. I don't know what do you call that in the States? We call it gacha gacha machines. But anyway,
I don't.
we put
I don't have a machine like that, bro. That's a
You
weird
do
ass thing.
too. They're everywhere. But anyway, they're everywhere in Japan. But in America, they have them a little bit. You put in your little quarter, 50 cents, you turn it, you get a little toy. Anyway, let's just go with the Japanese term because this is taking way too long. But even gacha gacha machines, they'll be like, oh, my daughter will be like, oh, I want to get an animal. And I'll go to put my 100 yen in and be like, this money supports WWF. I'm like, no, let's go down the street. Let's go down the street. How dare you? How dare you? Anyway,
Let's go
SmackDown
get some
happened.
fake Newtons.
Hell, let's go get some big news. SmackDown happened, and they had a 7-man promo. It was the usual shit. I'm gonna win the title. No, I'm gonna win the title. No, I'm gonna win the title.
Yeah,
And
but it had the highlight of Roman Reigns just beating the shit out of Randy Orton.
yeah, that was always a plus, dude. They are pushing Rollin, Rollin Reigns. They're pushing Reigns to the friggin' top, man. I just can't believe it, dude. How fucking much they're pushing him. And you know what? A lot of people turn their back on people that they push to the moon, being the Superman good guy. But I've said
Mhm.
this a million times. Where he is in his career, he's farther than John Cena has ever been. As far as in-ring wrestling wise, he has a better finishing move. So even if he does get shoved down our face, like they did with The Rock, Hogan, John Cena, I think he's way more talented. I think the biggest problem I have with Cena and Randy Orton and Dave Batista, and I've had a problem with them forever, is that they're not talented. I think Roman Reigns, right now in his career, and I hopefully he can only get better from now,
Yeah, but if
is a
they push him
better.
too hard, what's the incentive for him to get better?
That is true. You might turn into Sheamus.
Yeah.
No one wants that. So, but yeah, so they set it up, and then they're gonna have a 4-on-3 main event match. Not too bad. Not too bad. You got anything else to say about the opening promo, or should we just break down the matches?
No. Roman Reigns is gonna win the title. That's all.
No, my whole thing is, if you were one of these 7 men, why not just not fucking stay in the back? You know, why not be like, yeah, fuck it. You know, what does it really matter? I never understood it. I know it, like, I imagine it happens every now and then, but there isn't a guy that's like, you know what, fuck those 6 guys in the ring. I'm just going to stay in the back. It doesn't even affect me that much. That would have been a good spot for Cesaro. But anyway, let's focus on the match. The next, Rollins versus Kofi Kingston. New Rollins outfit. They are really breaking up the Shields, because even...
Holy shit, the new Rollins outfit, though. Oh, it's like they looked at fucking, someone was watching the X-Men movie, the first one, and was like, you know what, black and silver, let's make him into like the homosexual Wolverine.
Yeah, I'm starting to, you being a super Shield fan, fucking hated this from day one. I was like, no, give it time. It was a huge shock. Everyone turned. Give it time. I think maybe our worst nightmare is happening. Rollins is supposed to be an evolution, but is he really? He's kind of just a bitch that hangs out dressing up like the X-Men.
No, he didn't join Evolution.
Yeah, so what the fuck is he doing?
He just turned on them. He just, he's looking out for what's best for business. Yeah. Which is apparently him wearing fucking spandex.
I think the best for business line is starting to become like the Homer Simpson. You ever see the episode where Magic Johnson slips on a bar of soap? He's like, man, I really Homer Simpson that. And Homer Simpson, I think best for business is becoming like that. Like, if you walk outside and you rip your pants and everyone can see your ass, you'd be like, oh, that's best for business. Like, it's starting to become a slogan of, when you fuck up, just scream that, and it just seems like you know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, oh, what? My dick is stuck in a toaster? I'm sorry, emergency room. I thought it was best for business.
I don't know, though. Like, the only thing that I don't get is, I was like, all right, well, they're fucking up by not having a Rollins-Ambrose match in this pay-per-view because all the heat right there. And then, like, I watch more, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, they're going to end up in this ladder match. There's no way that fucking Ambrose loses to Kane. Yeah, no, fucking goddamn it. Like, I look at him, and I'm like, are you fucking retarded? What is wrong with you?
Yeah, it just seems like they're setting up a table for us to be fucking angry. They're like, we gave you what you wanted, and now it's our turn to take it back. Rollins beats Kofi Kingston with the curb stomp, one of my favorite finishers. I don't know. I just remember, I don't know where you grew up, but I grew up in, like, New Jersey, and I just remember curb stomp was such a fucking big thing. Like, people were going around curb stomping each other all over the fucking place. So, it reminds me of back home.
I think the curb stomp you grew up with is different than the one I grew up.
Well, the curb stomp, the perfect curb stomp, a 5.0, a 5-star curb stomp is, you put the guys, you know, like those cement steps. I don't know what I'm looking for, but like the edge
like
of the sidewalk.
Curb?
Yeah, curb. That's what I'm looking for. Thank you for playing the game of I forgot English. I did. That's like the second time, the most random English word I totally forgot. I might be living in Japan.
That you had already said.
Yeah, so.
I love the curb stomp. What's that concrete thing with the edge of the road?
Well, my whole thing is you put the mouth on the corner of it, and then you just smash down on their fucking head. That is a 5-star. That's a 5-star Dave Meltzer curb stomp from Jersey. But a lot of times you just did what he did. You just ran up and smashed his head into the ground. So yeah, I don't know. Is it weird that you're like, some people they'll eat like a piece of food, like, wow, this pizza reminds me of back home in New York, or they'll be like, wow, this lobster reminds me of Maine. Or, wow,
this prostitute reminds me of home.
I swear I was about to say this prostitute reminds me of Florida.
Wow. You
took the words right out of it. And you do live in Florida, so I guess it does work out.
Point out Japan has way more prostitution.
Yeah, we do. But here it's not anything bad. It's like legit nighttime job. Yeah, it's weird. But yeah, and not only that, but like lately my neighborhood is like one of those like it's kind of got like we need the arrow. Like 5-10 years ago, my neighborhood used to be the fucking bomb, and it's somehow and Japan. Let me tell you, Japan. When I say it's going to hell, that means it's like the best city in America. But yeah, like we've had prostitutes just rise up out of nowhere. And is it wrong that I don't want to know? I think I want to touch the oven, but not be inside the oven, because I always want to find out how much a prostitute goes for. Like I don't know why. I'm more intrigued. I know this sounds horrible and very nerdy. I'm more intrigued of how the business side of prostitution works than actually buying a prostitute. Like
you could always just dive in there and just become one.
Like undercover. It's like
no. I mean just give a few guys a handy. Before you know it, you'll know all about the business side.
Yeah, but are you sure they might take advantage of me? Like, how's that gonna work? I don't think this plan. I didn't think you really think this plan through.
No, that's how you learn the business, though.
So just like in wrestling, you have to pay your dues.
Yep.
I understand. All right, I don't know how we got here, but anyway, the curb stomp reminds me of home, and I don't know if that's a good thing for New Jersey. Like, oh, someone's getting curb stomped. Wow, I really do miss Mom's apple pie.
No, that's fitting for Jersey.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, Rollins beats Kofi Kingston. I feel bad for Kofi Kingston, but how many times can you say you feel bad for someone? We got it. Kofi Kingston, so much talent, gets used horribly. Then, in the biggest shocker of the century, Dolph Ziggler wins a match. But not in a big shocker, it's non-title. Dolph Ziggler beats Bad News Barrett in a non-title match.
Because the titles don't matter.
Fucking get rid of the titles. Just get rid of the titles. Fucking get rid of the titles. Just stop. Stop with the non-title matches. Anyway, and Bad News Barrett punches him in the head after the match. I enjoyed it. It's just, I don't know. It's kind of like buying a prostitute to clean your house. It just doesn't feel the same. You know what I'm saying? It's just
I'm worried about how often you involve prostitutes in your day-to-day life. That's worrisome.
Well, I don't know. Why are we even talking about prostitutes? I've never bought a prostitute.
Keep bringing it up.
I just straight up shoot. Nothing like saying on YouTube. Have you ever bought a prostitute? No. Like, I've been around prostitutes, but I never bought a prostitute. And okay, the fact that I've been around prostitutes makes me question my decision making. But I've been around a lot of prostitutes, but I've never bought a prostitute.
I was going to once, but your mom said, you know what? This one's on the house.
Now that reminds me of 6th grade. You're like, wow, a mom prostitute joke? All right, now that we're on YouTube, seen by thousands of people, have you ever bought a prostitute? I like the dead silence on the other end.
I already said no. We just went through this.
All right, Mike. Okay, down in the comments, if you bought a prostitute, what's the going price? All right, yeah, Dolph Ziggler wins, but then gets beat up, and non-title just means it's absolutely worthless. I hope both these guys do good. So far, you know what? So far, I noticed something about wrestling, especially this week, and especially on SmackDown. They put the best matches in the first hour. Like, if you watched every event, TNA's pay-per-view, Impact, not NXT, but I guess, well, it's the first hour. If you watched every first hour of all these 2-hour shows, or 3-hour shows, or 4-hour shows, the best wrestling matches happen in the first hour, and I think that's the case here. So, it's kind of interesting. I'm going to live comments to see if anyone's bought a prostitute. No, just Forsaken says, glad to see you guys live. Alright. There we go. Thank you, Forsaken, for watching us live. I always think, because it's like 4:42 here. What time is it on the East Coast in America? In Japan, it's 4:42 p.m. What time is it there?
It is the same as it always is, which is 13 hours behind you, 3:42.
You know what? I don't like your fucking sassy attitude, alright? I don't. Boo Boo wouldn't actually. Boo Boo would probably sass me a lot more. You and Boo Boo, you know what? You know what? Screw you. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I'm always shocked that we got live
So
viewers.
we're gonna go ahead and announce from now on, Boom Boom and Rob.
That would be awesome. Like, most people would have an ego problem with it. I'd be like, yes, we should get the views and I don't have to work. That's the fun. Welcome to Rob and Boom Boom Sports. All right.
Damn it.
Yeah, like that backfired.
A little bit.
All right, Adam Rose beats Titus O'Neil twice in a very entertaining match. Adam Rose is your homeboy. Titus O'Neil, former Florida Gator. Adam Rose is your homeboy, and he is slowly but surely. But I think Hart did a lot of work for helping him get over. I think UK helped him.
I never knew there was a black guy in the Hart family, but that one, he really did a solid.
Yeah. Kevin Hart really put over these young guys. I feel bad for Titus O'Neil just because I think he has talent. I wish they never broke up that tag team, and I can't wait to hear the shoot interview why they broke up that tag team. But with that, I'm not a big fan of Adam Rose, but I know you are. So when I saw him getting a little bit over and the fans cheering, because I think they were about to scrap it. I think Kevin Hart saved it. I think UK kept it going. I honestly think he would be in NXT right now if it wasn't for Kevin Hart. But with that said, Adam Rose is getting a crowd reaction. And you know what? Even though I'm not a big fan of him, I don't hate him. I'm just like, I'm indifferent, you know? I was happy for you. I was like, you know what? Adam Rose is getting cheered. Good for Rob. And that's what it's all about. Yeah. So you're more of an Adam Rose guy. Are you happy that audience is connecting with him?
I would trade Adam Rose in a heartbeat to have the Shield bet. Just know that, Adam Rose.
Just let it go! Let it go! Okay, that was the worst Rose impersonation ever.
I would trade all of them. I would take Batista back. I would let John Cena be the champion.
Alright, you went too fucking far. Like, I was willing to give up Adam Rose. Batista back? No, never. And John Cena as champion. I just think it's going to happen. I think that... Did you ever notice? He does make a wish. He does make a wish, like, every day of his fucking life. That's the one good thing about him. But do you ever notice they don't advertise it until he's about to win a title? Mm. And if you go look on your Facebook timelines, they're everywhere. And it's always, John Cena might fucking suck, but look what the fuck he's doing! Da, 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 da! When you see those posts, he's coming. I almost get, when I see those posts on Facebook and they're being shared everywhere, I'm like, he's going to win the title. I think he's going to fucking win the title. I can't fucking believe he's going to win the title. You know what? For all the charity that I do, and I'm sure Rob does some charity, I think we should have the Cruiserweight title. You know what I'm saying? Just, hey, fucking, hey. Like, I think WWE should just hand out championships for those who do charity. Oh, wait, they already do.
Well, wait, didn't they do that? For a while, didn't they have, like, stupid titles like Internet Champion and shit?
No, that was a Zack Ryder thing, but they did have minor titles that they did get rid of. They had the Hardcore title and all that. So.
Hardcore title should come back. Ambrose would be the best fucking carrier.
I don't know. I think the Hardcore title was always just to mock ECW. I don't think it was actually supposed to be taken seriously. But anyway, speaking of Dean Ambrose, he's looking more and more like Hot Rod Roddy Piper every day. He goes...
No, he looks like his indie persona.
A little bit. You know what? I'm going to say something. Two guys I absolutely love, I'm just starting to get tired of. And I don't know why. Dean Ambrose is one of them.
You better shut your fucking mouth.
The other is Austin Aries. Now, granted, Austin Aries is just a fucking bitch. But
I swear to God.
Dean Ambrose, like, I love Dean Ambrose and Austin Aries, but you ever watch someone and you're like, why do I even still love this guy?
I hope
you know, I think the honeymoon is over.
No. I hope when you go out to check your mail, someone walks by, one of the tattooed gentlemen, hits you in the back of the head, and then just kicks you in the stomach a few times and walks away. And when that happens, I want you to just think of Dean Ambrose every time it happens.
So you're like, next time you're in pure pain, just think of Dean Ambrose. Alright, but Dean Ambrose is, Hot Rod. He is the wild goose of the gander. I don't even know what the fuck that means. But he's fighting Kane, which I fucking despise the Kane character. Glenn Jacobs, like him a lot. The Kane character, fucking despise. Dean Ambrose goes crazy and starts beating up Rollins, and then Kane gets the best of him. And was this a Money in the Bank qualifier match?
Yeah.
Go fuck your mother, Vince McMahon. Go fuck your mother. That's what I want you to do.
Yeah, we had the chance where they could have saved it and been like, all right, well, they put Seth Rollins in the stupid-ass Money in the Bank match. Maybe they'll put fucking Dean Ambrose in it and then have that be the finale. Like, those be the two that really battle for it.
Yeah. Well, first off, Rollins should be... Both of these guys, all three of these guys, all three members of the Shield should be going for the title. Because that makes it intriguing. Rollins should be your champion. That's the way it should. I mean, I don't want to say that it's science, but that's fucking science, folks. All right?
Even what they could have done was they could have had Ambrose get into the actual title match and then had Reigns not get in and have Reigns get into the Money in the Bank match, win the Money in the Bank, and then Rollins beats Ambrose to win the title, and then next pay-per-view, bam, Reigns for fucking title.
Possibility. So yeah, I just wish they did it a lot better. But Dean Ambrose not being Money in the Bank, the Shields, I guess they're just trying to keep it going forever. But eventually you start losing fucking interest. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Big E beats Swagger, and they made Swagger look strong very quickly, and then Big E beat him like in a second. A very, very quick match.
Wait, I have a question.
A storyline where you feel bad for all three members or everyone involved in. But go ahead, what's your question?
It was about the Money in the Bank. So if the Money in the Bank match happens right before the championship match, and Rollins wins the Money in the Bank, and Reigns wins the championship, couldn't Rollins come running out and cash in the contract then, and just fucking beat and pin Reigns right then to become the champion at the end of the night?
Yes, he could, and that would be freaking awesome.
Like they would get the face the big push and win, but then have it taken away, and it would keep the feud going. It would be amazing.
It would. That's what I'm hoping for. You know, you're stealing my thunder at pay-per-view profits, but yes, that would be great.
Not only that, it also sets up the next pay-per-view because Reigns automatically gets a rematch.
Yeah. So that would be awesome. Book it up, make it happen. But as far as Big E beating Swagger, I just think the storyline makes everyone look bad. It makes Rusev look bad, it makes Big E look bad, it makes Swagger look bad. But yeah, I guess it's a mid-card storyline, so we should be happy with that. These are kind of rare. These went the way of the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
I don't know, I'm kind of over it. It's like, whatever.
Yeah, and then one fucking backstage skit that I'm embarrassed to fucking say I was into it too much. Summer Rae comes over and talks to Fandango and fucking says, oh, how she loves him, how she didn't treat him right, and, you know, they're waiting for, who the hell's the other girl? They're waiting for Fandango's girl, and then they start kissing, and Fandango's girl comes out. And I kid you not, I'm so embarrassed. I was totally into it. I'm like, oh, shit, what's going to happen now?
Well, I mean, you had to be into it. Your pants were off.
Exactly. But the worst part about this is, and I hate to say it, the worst part of this is I found it to be interesting. I was like, this is the Mega Powers in reverse. This is like we're back on Lost.
That's terrible.
Dude, I don't know why.
You
Usually
just
I'm
put
like,
that in the same league as the Mega Powers breakup. Like, I just want you to stop and think about that. You just put it in that league.
Minus 100 for me. But dude, I kid you not. I'm just like, oh, what's going on? Who cares? Like, oh shit, it's going down. Oh, she's heartbroken.
God damn it.
Because there's moments where you're just like, you're embarrassed that you got hooked on it, you know what I mean? You're like, oh, I can't believe I fell for that. You know, it's kind of like...
No wonder you can't get into Adam Rose.
I'm a bad person. I thought it was a good storyline. I was like, oh, shit, it's going down. So then they go down, and Bo Dallas, my favorite guy, a guy that, you know, I feel like I'm Team Bo Dallas and you're Team Adam Rose, but I don't think we're having a little rivalry. I think it's more of I hope our guys get over. Fandango, he sees the girls get fighting, he gets kicked, elbowed, and they roll off and go start fighting. The women fight for Fandango. Congratulations, Fandango, for getting two hot chicks to fight over you. And then Bo Dallas looks like he's there to comfort him, gives him the Bo dog. And I'm sorry, dude. There's two types of people in the world. There are people who are Bo-leavers and those who are wrong. I love Bo Dallas. I think he's the greatest fucking thing ever.
I love his speeches after he beats people. They're the fucking best.
They are. He does give them speeches. And, I don't know if it was you or Boom Boom, one of my co-hosts. All white co-hosts look the same to me. But it was either you or Boom Boom that said that he should start a stable. Like, it would be cool, like a bunch of guys on a losing streak, and he starts a stable of him just, like, cheering them up. That would be the best.
I think that was Boom Boom. I don't remember doing that.
Okay. Well, and then my favorite part, 8 and Bo. 8 and Bo. Oh, man. I love Bo Dallas.
You know what needs to happen?
All right,
everyone keeps talking Goldberg coming back as a short run. They need to have Bo Dallas after a streak finally ends. Goldberg needs to come back as a spiritual mentor to tell him he doesn't need the streak.
Sure, why not? You love Goldberg. But, yeah, I don't know. I find Bo Dallas to be great. I just think he's the anti-fucking Cena, and I don't know. I just, some people fall into gimmicks, Some people are like, wow, I really like this gimmick, you with Adam Rose. Mine is Bo Dallas. I just love it. I love the fact that, my favorite thing about Bo Dallas, like what made me a Bo-leaver for life, because I was a Bo-leaver. I'm like, man, I hope this guy works out. But what made me a Bo-leaver for life is that everyone on the internet, well, most people on the internet were like, oh, he's mocking John Cena. And WWE actually made a statement saying he's mocking generic characters. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Sometimes real-life comedy is better than anything you can produce. I'm a Bo Dallas fan for life. I am a Bo-leaver for life. I absolutely love him. Now, I know not everyone does. Like, I see it on Facebook. I'm like, sometimes you read something on Facebook and you're really hurt by it. You're like, yeah, fucking, you guys are fucking stupid. Go fuck yourselves. All right, yeah, got it. Usually on YouTube or Facebook, I just ban them because, like when I used to be really sick. I went in the hospital every day, and I used to fight with trolls. But now I'm trying to finish books. I'm not in the hospital every day, so now I just ban them because I figured, like, where's it going? Is this troll gonna fight me? But I usually don't get offended by much, because, Rob, you've been on the internet. You'll be like, I don't like SmackDown. I don't like SmackDown, but I like Impact. And they're like, I hope your fucking mother dies of AIDS and I'll fuck her in the ass. And you're just like, okay, that escalated quickly. But I really get offended when people... I really get offended when people are like, I hate this fucking Bo Dallas. I don't fucking get it. Like, I'm like, what? What's there not to get? You fucking cut me deep. You cut me deep with that one.
He is really cheesy, though.
He is, but that's what makes him fucking great. See, you had a little vacation. You're like, you know what? I'm done watching wrestling because it sucks. I never had that vacation, okay? I just fucking stayed along for the rugged ride. So you know what? This cheese is a huge relief because it just shows you everything that John Cena is. And dude, if Bo Dallas starts doing charity work.
Did I mention that I like John Cena in the spot at the start of the show?
No, you didn't, because I would have fucking hung up on you. What do you mean you liked him at the spot?
I liked John Cena's spot at the start of the show.
What was his spot? Oh, where he's making fun of himself a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I kind of like that because, like, the biggest thing that I hate about John Cena, there's a lot, but the number one, we got to go down the list. If we were playing Family Feud.
I hate all those times he helps children that are dying. Come on, you're famous. You got better shit to do.
Oh my god, that was horribly great. No, the number one thing is, he doesn't have human qualities. He doesn't. He fucking never has human qualities. But someone making fun of themselves, you're like, oh, I can get down with this guy. He has human qualities. So yeah, I never thought I'd say this, but yeah, him making fun of himself helped. Because the only time I've ever liked John Cena as a character, I'm like, wow, I can fucking get this. What's he gonna do? Is the time he had to join NXT, and they fucked that up, and when he lost to The Rock. When he was on stage crying or being mopey or sad, and he was just sitting there and The Rock was celebrating, like, I don't even know how to fucking wrestle anymore, but look at me, I'm still getting cheered more than you. I actually felt bad for him. I think, to be the underdog, to be the good guy to overcome evil, you have to have human qualities. And I can only think of twice, but, him making fun of himself, I think really does help you not hate him as much. You know what I'm saying? And so, because that's what I've met a lot of people like, well, what would you say if you met John Cena? I've met John Cena before, and this is how the conversation you went. I'm not a big fan of your work at all. I hate your character. I respect you work hard, but I'm not a fucking fan of it at all. And he's like, well,
I don't believe you. I feel like you couldn't have said all those words with a stick in your mouth.
But he's like, oh, well, what do you think? And he's just being fucking nice. It's not like he's going to fucking remember this in fucking 10 seconds. I was like, well, you don't have no human qualities. I'm like, you're a Superman, and that's horrible. You should fucking have faults. And he's like, well, yeah, fucking blah, 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 blah. And I was like, all right, whatever. So, but yeah, I just think if he had human qualities, it would be fucking better. It would be better for him. So, there you go. Bam.
Just a couple of Marines talking about what's wrong with John Cena.
No, John Cena's not a Marine, alright?
He's a Marine.
He stars in the Marine, which...
He could body slam you, he's a Marine.
Oh, is that how it works? Well, then that's the case. Fucking everyone's a Marine. Let's just pass out the title. Alright, focus. Bray Wyatt promo. To be completely honest.
It was okay.
It was okay, yeah. It was nothing great, nothing fantastical. I don't know, Bray Wyatt's starting to get on my... I don't know, lately I've had a change of heart on people. I'm going through a lot. I'm going, I watch these guys, I watch them wrestle, and I watch them over and over and over, and I'm like, are they even part of Team Coco? Do they believe? But yeah, Bray Wyatt cuts a promo. He's dark and sinister, we get it. And it leads to a 4-versus-3 match. Nothing like fucking shitting on your heels by having them lose a handicap match, but that's what they did. Yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't just lose a handicap match. They lost a handicap match to the greatest wrestler in the WWE. John Cena.
Dun, 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 dun. So, yeah, I don't know. I think Roman Reigns officially cemented his spot as the Golden Boy. They made Roman Reigns look strong as shit in this match.
That whole match was basically a giant push for Roman Reigns.
It was a Roman Reigns infomercial.
Like, I did think it was stupid, though, that the faces were refusing to tag the other face.
Yeah, that is pretty stupid.
Like, that's a move that the heel team could do.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was just bad. I did not enjoy it at all. But not only that, but if you're a face, it looks like you're a fucking coward. Like, I'm going to tag it. No, you're not. I don't really like you. It's just like, I don't know. But maybe this would build to a great match. But, oh my God, there's so many people. Everyone's excited about Money in the Bank because there'll be new champions. There'll be new title holders. I honestly have a funny feeling. This ain't fact. This ain't built in science. It's just from the heart. It's from the heart. I honestly think there'll be 2 champs after this event. I think there'll be John Cena and a good wrestler. I think they're going to do the old I drop down, you drop down, split up the titles. Because why wouldn't, if it was just for one title, why wouldn't this be the perfect time to combine them? The fact that there's 2 hanging down, I think that, they're going to split it up. Which I'm okay with, because if John Cena's going to have the title more times than Ric Flair, you might as well have a real wrestling champion. Have one for entertainment and have one that's like a real fucking champ. But yeah, I don't know.
Which one of those is John Cena then?
Shut the fuck up. I want to stab you right in the eye.
I'm just saying, is he the entertaining one or the real wrestling one?
I'm gonna go with yeah. That's a good point. I don't know. One for the D Club and one for guys who can actually go. But I look at this Money in the Bank. I look at these 7 men, and there's so many just disappointment. I mean, is it a shoe-in that Roman Reigns is the safe bet? I mean, they can't go John Cena, Randy Orton, Sheamus, can they? Can they really go that route?
They could.
I mean, how fucking unmotivated and sad are you gonna make?
No. Here's the question: how sad are you gonna be if it is split across two people and it's Randy Orton and John Cena?
Deep down inside, I'll consider suicide. Suicide would be an option. I'll be like, come here, Manic.
Would that be your moment when you're like, I'm done with wrestling? I'm done.
I don't know. I know I'll be a negative bitch for a very long time. Oh my god.
Yeah, I can't wait for John Cena to win the title.
Yeah, but I wonder if I'm even immune to it. I mean, because my whole thing is, I don't even think, because I think deep down inside, WWE's like, oh, we want to hear fucking internet fans bitch and complain so they can talk about us. But I don't even think that's the case. I think if John Cena wins, or Randy Orton, or Sheamus wins, it's like, well, hopefully a good champ comes along. You know what I mean? I don't even think you can get excited about it. I don't. A part of me will die. A part of me will die. I mean, if Cesaro wins it, that's awesome. I think it's a little bit early, but it's awesome. Roman Reigns wins it, hey, let the Golden Age start early. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Who else is in it that's good?
Stone Cold.
Shut the fuck up, Stone Cold.
His last-minute guest announcement.
Oh, man. Fuck it, why not? Why not? So, there you go. All right, let's see. Any live comments? Nope.
I want to know when Sting's coming back. When is
well,
Sting
they have him as a downloadable character, and he has his DVD coming out, and there's rumors that he might be a Raw general manager. I think they might have one more match. I think I'd be really heartbroken if that one more match was Undertaker, because it's like, wow, like we're getting what we want way too late. I don't know when he's coming back. I imagine he'll.
I don't know. I think it'll be him and John Cena.
So, are you pre-ordering? Because I think if you pre-order, you get Sting in the next WWE.
No, I'm not pre-ordering. They'll add him for $1 later.
Oh, is that how it works? Because I'm planning on buying a PlayStation 4 when I sell 900 books. So I'll buy a PlayStation 4 when PlayStation 5 comes out. But yeah, I'm hoping to get a PlayStation 4. But I'm like, you can buy Bruce Lee and all that pre-order, and I'm like, man, I'm not fucking pre-ordering this shit. So
Bruce
I'm hoping
Lee?
that, yeah, you can get Bruce Lee in UFC if you pre-order.
Oh, that's
But I'm
neat.
like, man, I still kind of want that shit, but I don't want to pre-order. But if they put it in later for $1?
A lot of times.
Yeah.
They did it for Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, I always
So
thought
that could have just been because he died. So I guess I'll have to hope Sting dies.
Do you know if he
Too
dies?
soon?
I don't know. All I'm saying is, if he dies, this podcast is going to come back to haunt you. It's like the Joey Styles thing. Remember Joey Styles?
No.
Oh, Mike Awesome in One Night Stand fucking did like this huge diving bomb, and Mike Awesome really fucked over ECW at one point. And he goes, I hope you go home and kill yourself, or something along those lines. I'm paraphrasing. And a couple years later, Mike Awesome blew himself. And I was like, man, that's got to be haunting.
I don't think they were related incidents.
I know, but you're not going to feel a little bit guilty. You're like, oh, I hope fucking Sting dies so that I can... Because Sting's old. You know what I mean? Like, I think once you get to a certain age... Like, you can tell a young...
Sting's timeless.
What the fuck are you talking about? He's 900 years old, and he's not timeless. Sting, to me, inside, the Sting character died when he put on the Crow makeup.
No,
Everything
see,
after
the Sting
that
character died when he fucking went to TNA.
Yeah, you weren't a big fan of the Joker?
The shitty Joker? No.
Uh,
It was like Sting joined the ICP or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just know that I bet you Sting is a guy that's this established, probably gets creative rights with his own character, which just tells me he's a moron.
I guess, yeah.
Because most of the
guess.
old guys get creative rights with how their character goes.
Yeah, especially in TNA, you know, they probably
Yeah.
just run the fucking place. But yeah.
I mean,
Sting.
Kurt Angle went there and had a career shortly.
Let's have a moment of silence for how great Sting was at Clash of the Champions 1. I remember Clash of the Champions 1 was the greatest event ever.
Let's have a moment of silence for how great TNA never was.
TNA had its moments.
No, TNA never had its moments.
What? Dude,
The best thing TNA ever did.
Triple X versus America's Most Wanted. Go fuck yourself. That's amazing.
No.
Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle in the ring at the same time was amazing. They had some great shit.
Do you know the only good thing they ever did?
Styles, Christopher Daniels. Oh, the September 11th show, they had Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles versus Christopher Daniels. Go fuck yourself. That was amazing. You know nothing.
Wait, didn't AJ Styles beat Okada?
Yeah, like 27 fucking times. I hate the fucking way they fucking do shit. Dude, and not only that, but now fucking like no good Japanese wrestlers have titles. Like, dude, it's like, you're a white guy? Come on in, here's the title. Fucking unbelievable. I'm so sad where New Japan's going.
You heard it here, folks. Wrestling's racist.
Well, Bobby Lashley's the champ. I don't know, that's a good thing. Bobby Lashley, we're breaking down barriers here.
Yeah, he'd never be the champ in the WWE.
Well, I think they would have. I think they were pushing him to be the next Brock Lesnar, but then he quit like Brock Lesnar. I honestly think they could have had it. He had a big feud with Vince McMahon and Donald Trump. He was the ECW champ. And the one thing about Bobby Lashley, we're getting way off SmackDown recap here. One thing good about Bobby Lashley, he's not a 5-star wrestler, but he knows how to hide his weaknesses. So, I'm happy with Bobby Lashley. SmackDown was good. That's not fucking saying much. Yeah, because he knows how to hide his weaknesses. Where John Cena's like, hold my beer, I'm going to do a Hurricanrana. Alright, so, did we give our win-loss tie? I don't think we did.
Nope.
In the comments below, please put what you thought of the show, win, loss, or tie. This has been a wackity-doo show. I am going to go for SmackDown a win. You know what? It wasn't too bad.
It's a tie for me because one member of the Shield won and one lost. Tie.
Go off everything. I'm gonna go tie. I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go win.
It's good, right?
I'm gonna go win, but I want it to be known. Dun, 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 dun! I did it for the charity. I'm expecting a title run soon.
Wow.
I just gave the SmackDown this joke just made me feel sad. I think this joke. You ever tell a joke and then halfway through the joke you're like, I don't think this is a joke as much as making people sad. All right. Go to Kocosports.com, KOCOsports.com. It's where the world goes to kick ass, your home for combat sports, and where it's okay to be a passionate fan. Jerry, David Bowie, Pablo, and the crew have been busting their asses, and we're going to keep working on making it great. Matter of fact, we're in negotiations now with Rob to do a second show. All right, so this is for the Internet Infantry loyalists. This is late in the show. Would you be interested in me and Rob doing 2 shows a week? One, a whole week of WWE recap. Just a whole WWE recap. But yes, no, go fuck yourself, down in the comments. No, you don't have to say go fuck yourself. We get it.
You can, though. You have that option.
So, but the whole thing is you'd have to do SmackDown and then right away, the next day, do a weekend review. Or would you give up your responsibilities at SmackDown and be like, bitches, I made it to the big time, the weekend review.
Ooh. Oh, that's tough. I don't know. I mean, you could just walk away and be like, I'm fucking done. But I don't know. All
right, we're negotiating with them. We're up to 2 peanut butter crackers and a sandwich. We'll see.
A Reese's cup.
Dude, I love Reese's cup peanut butter cups, man. That's one thing I fucking miss about the States.
Yeah.
Like, it's so funny. People are like, what do you miss? Do you miss the curb stomps? Do you miss the so-called freedom? I'm like, no. You know what I miss? The Reese's peanut butter cups. All right. I think we've gone on long enough. Rob, you get your last. This is your last chance. The camera is on you. The mic is on you, so to speak. You are on stage. Your final words, sir.
Goldberg should come back for SummerSlam.
That's what you wasted on? That's what you wasted on?
Yeah, yeah. I've got priorities.
I just see, like, you know, like some people scream 9/11 was an inside job when they're asked questions in the media? I could see you being like that. They're like, okay, random fucking stranger, what happened? And you're like, well, there was a car accident down the street. Goldberg should come back by SummerSlam! And
Yeah, and then I'd get the message out there. People would be tweeting it, hashtag Goldberg for SummerSlam. Oh, you know the WWE, they've been trying to find names for what to call the Goldust Stardust tag team, right?
I think Starman with the fucking music.
No, they want to call the duo, like the tag team.
Yeah. Starman. Get it? And? But then that wouldn't make sense.
No, that's lame. That's lame.
Alright, well, what do you got then?
Dusty Rhodes Bastards.
Oh, that's not too bad.
What? Is that not a good one?
Team Sparkles. You know, you got the whole Twilight feel to it.
One of us used to be kind of gay, and now both of us are kind of gay. Or is that too long?
I don't know. It might be.
We could just call him kind of gay.
I think like kind of gay, and you got to add like a tag team name, Kind of Gay Express, and the Kind of Gay Express is coming.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
The Kind of Gay Express, not bad, not bad.
They should call him the WWF.
Dust. Dustbusters.
Oh, that's terrible.
What is no? What is Cody's? Is it Stardust?
Yeah, it's Stardust. They should call it Gold Star.
That's not too bad. It reminds me of Homestar Runner.
Terrible.
All right, well, yeah, we should be fired from creative. Why do you ask such a tough question right before we go off the air?
Oh, I thought you'd be more creative than that. You let me down.
I did let you down. I was not prepared. I was like, and I kid you not, have a list. I'm like, need to buy cucumbers, need to buy carrots, and you're like, come up with a team name. Cucumbers and carrots.
Come on, your list also says need to buy Cena shirt.
Yes. No.
You heard it here, folks. Though Dave is part of the C Nation now. Ever since he admitted a fault, he made fun of himself.
So I don't know. I wonder what it'd be like if John Cena was a decent character. You know what I mean? Because he's not a good wrestler, but there's been not good wrestlers being pushed to the moon that people still liked.
Like Martin Marvel.
3 people got that joke, and one of them is crying. Yeah, so, I don't know. Anyway, I think that's it. Let's go around. Go to Kocosports.com, buy internet inventory t-shirts. And with that, I am over.